Andrew Mark Cuomo, /Quo-moh ?/Cuomo, born December 6, 1957, is an American politician, author, and lawyer serving since 2011 as the 56th Governor of New York. A member of the Democratic Party, he was elected to the same position his father, Mario Cuomo, held for 3 terms. Born in New York City, Cuomo is a graduate of Fordham University and Albany Law School of Union University, New York. He began his career working as the campaign manager for his father, then as an assistant district attorney in New York City before entering private law practice. He founded Housing Enterprise for the Less Privileged, Help USA, and was appointed chair of the New York City Homeless Commission, a position he held from 1990 to 1993. In 1993, Cuomo joined the Clinton administration as Assistant Secretary for Community Planning and Development in the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development. From 1997 to 2001, he served as the U.S. Secretary of Housing and Urban Development. In 2006, Cuomo was elected Attorney General of New York. He won the election as Governor of New York in 2010 and has been re-elected twice after winning primaries against liberal challengers Zephyr Teachout, 2014, and Cynthia Nixon, 2018. During his governorship, Cuomo oversaw the passage of a law legalizing same-sex marriage in New York, creation of the United States Climate Alliance, a group of states committed to fighting climate change by following the terms of the Paris Climate Accords, passage of the strictest gun control law in the U.S., Medicaid expansion, a new tax code that raised taxes for the wealthy and lowered taxes for the middle class, paid family leave, an increase in the minimum wage, wage equality, and legislation legalizing medical marijuana. Cuomo was born in the Queens borough of New York City, the elder son of 5 children born to lawyer and later Governor of New York, Mario Cuomo and Matilda, née Raffa. 2. His parents were both of Italian descent. His paternal grandparents were from Nocera Inferiore and Tramonti in the Campania region of southern Italy, while his maternal grandparents were from Sicily, his grandfather from Messina. 3. His younger brother, Chris Cuomo, is a CNN journalist. His elder sister is noted radiologist Margaret Cuomo. 4. He graduated from St. Gerard Majella School in 1971-5, and Archbishop Malloy High School in 1975. 1. He received a BA from Fordham University in 1979, and a JD from Albany Law School in 1982. 1. During his father's 1982 campaign for governor, Cuomo was campaign manager, and then joined the governor's staff as one of his father's policy advisors and sometime Albany roommate. 6. Earning $1 a year. 7. From 1984 to 1985, Cuomo was a New York assistant district attorney and briefly worked at the law firm of Blutrick, Falcone, and Miller. He founded Housing Enterprise for the Less Privileged, HELP, in 1986 and left his law firm to run Help full-time in 1988. 7. From 1990 to 1993, during the administration of New York City Mayor David Dinkins, Cuomo was chair of the New York City Homeless Commission, which was charged with developing policies to address the homeless issue in the city and developing more housing options. Citation needed. Andrew Cuomo was appointed to the Department of Housing and Urban Development as Assistant Secretary for Community Planning and Development in 1993, a member of President Bill Clinton's administration. 8. After the departure of Secretary Henry Cisneros at the end of Clinton's first term under the cloud of an FBI investigation. 9. Cuomo was unanimously confirmed by the United States Senate to succeed him as Secretary of HUD. Cuomo served as Secretary from January 1997 until the Clinton administration ended in 2001. 8. In 2000, Cuomo led HUD efforts to negotiate an agreement with the United States' largest handgun manufacturer, Smith & Wesson, that required Smith & Wesson to change the design, distribution, and marketing of guns to make them safer and to help keep them out of the hands of children and criminals. 8. Budgets enacted during his term contained initiatives to increase the supply of affordable housing and homeownership, and to create jobs and economic development. These included new rental assistance subsidies, reforms to integrate public housing, higher limits on mortgages insured by the Federal Housing Administration, a crackdown on housing discrimination, expanded programs to help homeless people get housing and jobs, and creation of new empowerment zones. During Cuomo's tenure as HUD Secretary, he called for an increase in home ownership. 10. He also pushed government-sponsored lenders Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac to buy more home loans issued to poor homeowners, in an attempt to end discrimination against minorities. 11. Some believe that this helped lead to the 2007 to 2010 subprime mortgage crisis. 10-12. Edward J. Pinto, former chief credit officer at Fannie Mae, said they should have known the risks were large. Cuomo was pushing mortgage bankers to make loans and basically saying you have to offer a loan to everybody. 10. But others disagree with the assessment that Cuomo caused the crisis. Dean Baker, co-director of the Center for Economic and Policy Research, said Cuomo was a contributor in terms of him being a cheerleader, but I don't think we can pin too much blame on him. 10. According to libertarian author and critic James Bovard, Cuomo was obsessed with changing HUD's image. As Cuomo declared, "The PR is the important thing I do, 80% of the battle is communications." He championed a new program called Community Builders, created without appropriation by Congress, for 800 new HUD employees with computers to be paid as much as $100,000. In a June 16, 1999, speech, Cuomo declared that one purpose of the program was to fight against HUD's abolition. In August 1999, Community Builders distributed a letter to community groups to fight against proposed tax cuts. One HUD official declared that Community Builders were seen as Democratic ward healers who act as a pipeline between Democratic city officials, party leaders, and the administration and the Democratic National Committee.